He's basically saying, like, fuck the industry, start your own.
Yeah.
And, like, don't feel like you need to butt heads, or don't feel like you need to change what other people are already doing, or what's been done for years.
Just take another road.
Just start your own.
Yeah.
And that's the journey I've taken.
All right, welcome back to another Sauna Sessions with Shea. In the hot seat today, we've got Duayne Pearce. I work with Duayne. Duayne's a builder, a residential builder. How long have you been in the industry for now, mate?
Too long, mate. Probably 28 years.
28 years. Okay, long time. I actually contacted Duayne, about 2.5, 3 years ago. COVID hit, and I said, mate, I'm coming back up to Brizzy looking for some work. And I think you said to me that you had this idea that you wanted to change a whole industry. So your mission was to create a whole brand new construction industry. How's that going for you, mate?
Yeah, no, it's good, mate. We're smashing it. So, you and I had done a little bit of videoing previous to that. But, my purpose in life now is to create a new building industry. So one where builders, tradies run successful, sustainable, profitable building businesses. One where probably the biggest reason for my goal is from all the troubles and depression, anxiety and all the crap that I went through, just not knowing enough about the business side of things. Yep.
Do you think... Oh, sorry, mate. Before we go any further, you got to do the ceremonial ladling of the water onto the rocks. So, if you just want to do the honours. We've got
it's all new to me, mate.
We've had a big day, folks.
You got to start from the other side. So
So there's a warning there on the don't burn your arm off. We've started the day with we climbed a mountain. We've done 4 rounds of Wim Hof. We've just jumped in the ice bath, jumped in the pool. Now we're in the sauna for sauna sessions, mate. I feel
it's
like
only 8:30.
Yeah, and it's only 8:30 in the morning. I feel like we're like a whisker off taking up drinking kombucha and learning guitar in our 40s, and turning into wankers, But
mate, it's all good stuff.
Mate, to tell you the truth, I feel like there's clarity, and you feel good, and there's you can't beat feeling good. So,
mate. As you know, I caught up with a good mate last night, had a few beers, and only had 4 hours sleep, and feeling pretty good at the moment.
Feeling good now, well, that's good. Well, I think we've just worked out a new place to have some business meetings too, is on the mountain. So when you're getting your heart rate up, you're climbing up, going uphill especially, I think things become clearer, and the conversations become richer. Would you agree with that?
Mate, the biggest thing, 6 years ago now, I went to Mount Everest, and the biggest thing I took away from that trip was the clarity that you get when you're walking and you're around like-minded people, or you're around good company. Yep. Just what comes out during those conversations is incredible. Yeah,
for sure. Well, I think that's with all. Look, I don't know, if you're sitting behind a computer, the brain doesn't seem to be working as well as when you're out moving. So, I think we've kind of agreed that I think any business meeting from now on, we do on the mountain.
So, we do it. And, well, it's probably something that should be done more often, I guess. I think when you're inspired by the environment you're in. So if you're having a meeting in an office that's bland and
stuffy,
shit, and the temperature's not right, or or you're... or even you're meeting a client and the situation just isn't right. You're not going to get a good outcome.
That's spot on. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Now, mate, the reason I actually got you on the podcast is I don't want to say I take my hat off to you, because that's what you say.
Well, whatever this thing is.
We can't take these off. We've got our little beanies on. This is, I don't know, it's trying to keep the brain matter in through the whole podcast. But you are doing something different, mate, and I think I wouldn't be on this journey with you if I didn't believe in what you were trying to achieve and do. So this mission of yours, mate, where did that come from, and how do you think it's going? You touched on before that you sort of you were sick and tired of running a shit show and things had to change, but you fell in love. Like, the industry is something that you've always been a part of, always loved since you were a kid, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm one of those, I think, rare people that I've always known what I wanted to be. Like, I've never wanted to be anything but a builder, so from as long as I can remember. But yeah, going through the normal, and I don't think it's a builder, just the normal things of being a business owner, like the stresses, the anxiety, like everything that comes with running a business.
Yep.
Eventually take over, and you lose your passion.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just on that roller coaster ride. Like, 1 minute I'd love it, next minute I'd hate it. Went through a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. I was blaming a lot, like everything. I was blaming everything except myself. Right. But I think, well, I know I used to look for answers. Like, I didn't want to be like family and people around me and just keep on that journey. I wanted to improve, and whenever I felt like whenever I reached out for improvement, to get advice or to talk to other builders in the industry or older builders or whatever it was, you just get shut down. Like, the amount of times I got told, like, fucking harden up, mate. That's it. Deal with it. Yeah. But I think a really big turning point for me was I got introduced to Grant Cardone and 10X. Yep. Started listening to all his books on Audible. And yeah, I really took a lot out of his 10X rule. And one thing that really resonated with me in that book was, like, basically, like, he's basically saying, like, fuck the industry, start your own. Yeah. And, like, don't feel like you need to butt heads, or don't feel like you need to change what other people are already doing, or what's been done for years. Just take another road. Just start your own. Yeah. And that's the journey I've taken. So that's why I say, like, I'm on a mission to create a new industry. Like, I'm not trying to change an old one. I'm starting a new one where our business runs extremely well, very successful, very profitable, incredible clients. And so I'm teaching other people how to do that. Yeah, nice, mate. Well, that's why I think, when we talked about it, I thought this is something different. And I think you've said it a million times, everyone's got a story about a builder or something going wrong, and there's the stigma around being a builder isn't that crash hot, is it? Everyone's got a story where they got ripped off, or, Well, in my early days, part of my thing was I got sick and tired of just going to family functions, weddings, barbecues, even the pub, like wherever you were. As soon as someone, like when the kids started going to school and you're catching up with new groups of people, like as soon as people discovered you're a builder, just the horror story started. Whether it was them, whether it was a family member, whether, like, whoever it was. And I was like, fuck that. Like, I want to, so that my in the early days, my mission started that I wanted to be able to go to a barbecue. Well, we wanted to improve, so we set a goal of improving our building business to a point where people enjoyed the experience of building with us so much that they wanted to sell the property and do it again. Yeah, wow. Okay. And after setting that mission, it wasn't long. Like, it was only a matter of a few years. And we got to a point where we'd built some people what they thought, or what they'd come to us to build their forever family home. Had loved the experience so much. Like, I actually clearly remember the very first time it happened. These people had kids probably in, I don't know, late primary school. And they wanted to build a family home for their kids to go through high school, for them to retire in. And, like, it was an incredible home we built for them. And I'll never forget the husband ringing me 5-6 years later. Oh, no, it wasn't even that, 4 or 5 years later, saying, Duayne, you're not going to believe this, mate. Like, we're going again. We want to build again. Yeah. So, but in some ways, when you sign that contract, it's like putting a wedding ring on with the person sitting across from you, isn't it? Like, you're in a long haul. It's not just, like, obviously it depends on the side of the build, but what's an average build? It's like 9 or a year? Mate, with our process, from the time you meet the client or the initial inquiry to you, even if it's only a small job, you finish it. Like, it's most of the time it's 9 to 12 months at minimum. Yeah, so that's a marriage. We've got you're starting a boy band. You're going on tour. But look, I would say our average our average journey for our clients, and because most of our jobs are quite large, would be 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's well, mate. This is the other thing from me as the outsider looking in. You guys have got a lot on your plate, and there's a lot happening. There's a lot of plates in the air spinning, and excuse me. I've got to take as I said, the amount of work that you guys do.
You're going to say take your hat off.
I may as well just say it. I'm going to take my hat off to you because it is. It's not an easy job, but for some reason, it's not in the same echelon as say as a doctor or a lawyer. But in some respects, the job of a builder is just as important, if not more, to build a house. And this is something that you're getting into now. Is it's healthy home stuff, and I'm loving all the people that we're getting on to talk about it because I keep using that clip that Zara put on that if your doctor can't help you if your house is making you sick. Yeah. So there's a massive responsibility on the builder's behalf to get into that stuff and make a healthy home for individuals.
Yeah, mate. Look, I'm definitely addicted to not just my own personal development, but just my own skills and knowledge in my industry now as well. And we've definitely, like I'm currently doing Zara Dakota's Healthy Home Mastermind. Even before knowing all that sort of stuff, I do, my firm belief is that builders are underestimated.
Yep.
We have so much, like all everybody seems to think is that builders just make a lot of money.
Yep. When
reality is that, like, I would love to know the number and do some research on it, but I'm confident 80 to 90% of builders are actually trading insolvent.
Yeah, that's scary. Yep.
And so reality is, like, builders have enormous amounts of responsibilities, enormous amounts of liability. And now that we are starting to see all this, information come to light about how a lot of homes are causing health issues.
Yep.
People, just because of chemicals in the products that have been installed, or poor workmanship, or mold, condensation. Like, there's some pretty big stuff happening in the industry.
Yeah.
Other parts of the world have gone through, like the leaky home syndrome.
Yep.
We've got massive responsibility, and yet people question us constantly.
Yeah. But is it worth questioning? Because some builders aren't considering any of this, and they are just worried about the bottom dollar.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, look, and look, that is a really good point. Because I look, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because the reality is a lot of builders.
Yep.
Are just turning up and swinging a hammer and not. If something's written on a plan or whatever, they just do it.
Were you ever embarrassed to go to that barbecue and say that you are a builder, or were you hesitant?
No, I've always taken my job. I love my job, mate. Like, even though, like, look, we build way differently now to what we did 12 months ago.
Yeah.
We build extremely different to what we did 3 years ago and 5 years ago and 10 years ago.
Yep.
We run a way different business now to what we did, again, 6, 12. Like, we're constantly improving.
Yeah, nice.
I've never been embarrassed. Like, if I'm a perfectionist, we've always built a good product.
Yeah. Oh, look,
we built the best product we could.
Yep.
For the knowledge I had at the time.
Yeah, because I know that it's like the real estate industry. I've talked to real estate agents that go to that same barbecue, and they don't want to tell people that they're a real estate agent because everyone thinks that he's a slimy bastard.
I can understand that.
Yeah. But look, there are obviously, in the same vein, there's good real estate agents out there that actually want to sell someone and get someone the best house for their budget.
Oh, I think it's the same across the board, mate. I don't think it matters what industry, whether you're an architect, designer, whether you're hospitality, whatever it is. My big thing now, just with people that I associate or colleagues or anyone that I give time and attention now. Yep. They have to be passionate.
Yeah.
If they're not passionate about what they do, why would I waste my time with them?
And can you smell that pretty quickly? If they are or aren't, you're pretty good at sussing that out.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because the odd one slips through the gaps, but
Yeah.
My time is too valuable, man.
Yeah, I totally agree.
To be wasting my time with anybody that doesn't appreciate it.
Yep, yeah. Now, mate, just to change tact a little bit, we've started a podcast, about two and a half years ago.
Yeah, I don't.
It was about 2 years?
It's not quite 2 years yet.
About that. Like so we're up to episode 60. What have you learned about yourself in that time, mate, doing the podcast?
Geez, mate, you put me on the spot.
Have things come to light that, you for starters, it's not you. You're not that type of person.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. The podcast is way out of my comfort zone. Like so you were the driver for that. Like we were, like, for those that don't know, like we've always, well, not always, but my building business for a long time has put a lot of content on social media, and then I saw incredible value in that, so I started building a personal brand. Yep. Which has gone incredibly well for all of my businesses, but you're the one that, like, every month you would say, oh, like, we got to have a crack at this podcast. And look, it started as just a bit of I thought, we'll do a few recordings and just see
what happens. Yeah.
Because, as you know, and most people, everyone, it's perception, mate. So everyone sees me on video a lot on socials and doing what I do, and I'm passionate, and I'll talk all day underwater about things I'm passionate with.
Yeah.
When it comes to parties and barbecues and things, like, I'm still the quiet guy that just likes to keep myself and sit back, and I love watching people.
Yeah.
I love seeing how people communicate and talk and things. But
mate, I think from my perspective, I've seen you grow a lot. So, and I think it is just pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and that just goes with it's the same with anything that you do. If you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone to go, shit, I've got to speak to this person for 45 minutes an hour or whatever it is. Like, as you said, if you go to a party, you're lucky if you can speak to someone for 1 minute, and you're throwing yourself in the deep end to speak to someone for an hour, and not only that, get value from them.
Some of them are going for 2 hours.
Exactly, yeah, and it's like you've got to pull them up.
My biggest take it, like, I just love the conversation now. I love stories, and I think, I know the podcast has actually become a platform for people in the building industry to tell their story. Yeah. And, like, be vulnerable, talk about their struggles, their wins, their family, and then, like, the community that's getting created now from that that's listening is unbelievable. And I think, well, as you know, like, the messages we get from people saving people's lives, saving people's families, like, it's
Oh, well, it makes you want to show up next week and do the next one, doesn't it? Like, those stories definitely help the cause. But there's so many people too that you don't even know that are watching or listening, and they can empathise with it. And then you hear, like, even the trip that we went on, you have all these builders that say, I got this out of this one, and this one really helped me do this in business, or, so everyone's got a story, and that's the thing, is sometimes it's the people that you don't know that are listening or that are getting the most out of it. So,
well, I think, like, you've heard me say the story, like, a lot of people, a lot of guests, when they come on and we're having a little chat before we start recording, like, they ask, like, who the listeners are and whatever, and, like, the story I tell all the time is, like, the 16 or 17-year-old girl which I never ever would have assumed would be listening to my podcast. That sent us a big email after listening to one of the podcasts we did with a building designer, basically saying, I'm not far off wrapping up school, had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And after listening to your podcast with such and such, I'm going to study building design.
So I think that just goes to show that you may not think that people are listening, but they are, and it's resonating with certain groups of people. But that's a great story to hear in it, and, to hear that it's actually changed her life in some way to head after that passion is huge.
I love the helping people. I've always wanted to help people, and again, it's something. Look, love him or hate him, I'm a massive fan of Grant Cardone's. He's your typical Yanks, bit in your face, and people might think he's arrogant or got an ego or whatever, but I love him. We've been to his 10X Growth Conference, Camille and I take a heap out of him. But one of the other things that I took away from one of these conferences we went to, because I used to do this all the time, I used to always tell myself when I got to a certain level, I would help people. I would donate to charities, and I'd do this and I'd do that. And he was up on stage and he said, well, he was talking about this, and he basically said, like, if you're telling yourself that, what makes you think you're going to do it when you, like, what point is that? Like, how do you know when you've got enough that you can give it away? Yeah. He said, if you want to give away, you want to help people, fucking do it now.
Start.
Don't use the excuse that I haven't got enough time, I haven't got enough money, or like, if you generally want to help people, just do it. And that's what I do.
Well, mate, that kind of leads to the next point. Look, I see you on the phone a lot, talking to other builders, helping them through business struggles, talking to your Live Life Build team, talking to your own team. There's a lot of people that you help. How does Duayne Pearce help himself?
Talking to you.
Well, we've had some good conversations over the years, haven't we? And
mate, there's honestly, like, for those, whatever it was, 12, 18 months where you were basically just on my shadow, following me around in the vehicle, on the job sites, like the discussions we had in the car, mate, I think you know more about my life, my personal history than anybody.
Well, I think you're the first to admit, like, you can internalise a lot of things and you can just keep going around the roundabout. But once you get it out and you talk to someone about it, you can start to actually work out and problem solve. So I think having that Oprah or Gail beside you to chat it out, because in some ways I feel like you're
hot in here, mate. I'm not a fan of the heat, but anyway.
Well, this is the other thing, mate. We go until we can't go no more. So just let me know, mate.
Water,
do you want to keep going?
You do it this time, because I burnt myself last time.
We should have a sign up, mate.
But hot rocks.
But it's I've heard you speak on the podcast a few times about the devil inside you that you're always trying to just quash. What's that devil saying? Like, does the devil ever get on one side and it's louder than the angel on the other side?
All the time. And look, it's definitely something I try and talk about, because I think, and look, my biggest struggle is I struggle. Like, it might look like I put a stuff out there, but there's lots more I could put out there. But I struggle. I don't want to be the wanker that's like, I got this and I got that and I do this and I do that. Like, I do struggle to put out there. But I do try and get that out there as much as possible. Like, I struggle every day. So, like, people. So with everything I do now, I do get a lot of messages saying it's okay for you. People always think, oh, it's fine for you. You've got some money. You've done really well. You've got multiple businesses. And I struggle every single day, mate.
Well, you're human, just like everyone else. But so, like, how do you deal with those? Those, like, you've said it a million times, which I think helps, that you really love what you do. So getting out of bed is not hard for you. You just jump out and you get started.
I think you definitely. My mindset is changing rapidly now. Like, I'm addicted to learning. I'm addicted to self-improvement. I think that I'm very open-minded. I listen to everybody's opinions, and then it is what it is. There's definitely days that are worse than others. But,
well, that's like with anyone. They can't all be wrapped in chocolate and there's rainbows and unicorns. Like, it's
and I think that's the thing. And look, I don't know. I find that I love how the world's changing and people are being more vulnerable, and like, obviously depression, anxiety is spoken about a lot more now. But it worries me that we're going to go too far with it, and then there's, because I know I'm the type of person that could fall into the trap, like, of using it as an excuse. I do see it personally, that there's people out there that
Well, you get branded as ADHD, or you get branded, or a doctor says,
or bipolar,
or this is what you've got.
Whatever it is.
Then you get onto pills.
You hide behind it.
Yeah,
I can't do well. I can't do that.
Yeah, because I've got this.
Successful because I've got this.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a space to have a slippery slope, I suppose. But I think because it is. I think the world is we're heading towards great stuff, but we're also heading towards some stuff that's a little bit scary, and that's I think we just got to be aware of.
I don't know if. Geez, mate, you made me think a lot this morning. That's
well, mate, that's
look, I don't know if it's like I've heard people say this, and maybe I've never really thought about it. I guess you really have to love yourself first.
Yeah.
And one thing that has really helped me, and I do preach it a lot, is people aren't just going to be standing around to give you a pat on the back and, hey, mate, fucking great job. Like, you're doing really well.
Yeah.
And I know myself, like, a lot of people are doing everything they're trying to do because they want something in return.
Yeah.
And I don't do anything to get anything back. If I tell someone something, I give someone something, I smile at someone, I say it, I never expect anything back.
Well, I think when you're in that state, it frees up a lot of real estate up in your brain to like problem solve the next problem or work out what you want to do with it. I see that a bit, but I totally agree. I think there's a lot of default mechanisms that humans have that are just their default. So it's like, well, I gave you this, so I want this back. And if you actually give without wanting anything in return, there's some beautiful rainbows on the other side of that, isn't there? Yeah.
Well, I know myself, a big help for me, and look, this, like I quite often just rock out in my truck.
Yeah.
Like you've got to.
Well, that's what I mean, mate. So for Duayne time. So what are you listening to on the truck?
Oh, mate, my music varies ridiculously.
Yeah.
I love all the old like rock and roll, Rolling Stones, Akadaka, like all the Aussie bands, Midnight Oil, Jimmy Barnes, all that stuff. I love all the country rock. I'm right into that. But mate, I listen to anything. Like my girls listen to you name it, and like if you've got to crank Taylor Swift, it's Taylor Swift. But,
well, mate, I don't know about you, but I'm a closet Call Me Maybe, that Carly Rae Jepsen song. I'm telling everyone right now that it's catchy as hell. I'm not going to lie. When that song comes on the bloody radio and I'm in the car, I'll sing it. I'll sing that to the hills and back.
Mate, if people aren't doing it, like I'll give you a perfect example. So 2 weekends ago,
make sure you keep hydrated too, mate.
Two weekends ago, I was up at my farm doing some work, and I was just pumped. I was listening to Audible books, so everyone says, "Oh man, how do you do that?" Because it's 5 to 6 hours, depending on how many stops you have there and back. So everyone says, "Oh, I don't know how you do it. Bloody driving all the time." I love it.
Yeah.
So I listen to Audible, even if Camille and the kids are with me. Camille and I will listen to an Audible.
Yeah.
So. And this is what I was getting at before. Like, I value my time so much, so I make the most of everything. So, podcasts, Audible books, it's the only thing that's on, or Spotify music.
Yep.
And, mate, I was so pumped to be heading to my farm. I actually bought a big excavator so I can do some work there.
Yep.
And, mate, I was just screaming at the top of my lungs. Like, it was late at night. Like, I left home. Like, I didn't get to the farm till about 10 p.m. that night. Yeah, and mate, I was on the highway, cruising along, 110, tunes cranked.
Yeah.
And just screaming, like, just having a great time.
Yep.
And, like, the feeling you get when you're pumped up and you listen to great tunes or you listen to a good podcast, like, and you hear something in a podcast that's like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm doing that. Like, fuck yeah.
Well, just to give the listeners some context too, Duayne owns a farm up near Bundy Way.
Yeah.
And how many acres is it? It's
170.
170. But we went up there like a boys' trip away a couple of months ago, and there is something very magical and special about it. And the fact that you can sit around a fire and yell at the top of your lungs and no one hears. You don't have to worry about noise restrictions. You don't have to worry about shit, right? And there is something very almost there's something tribal, or there's something very animalistic about doing that. And I think I said to you, like, one of the boys did a breath work one of the mornings. I got up, and as I came out of it, I'm seeing the sunrise, and I'm like, I felt totally in the moment and in the present, and it was pretty special. And,
and it's obviously a very special location. We can hear, like, we're on the ocean, so listen to the ocean.
It's crazy.
But,
yeah,
mate, I get up there on my own, and like there's nothing there.
Yeah,
so, like, we got some cattle on there, and we've got a DA in to develop and stuff. But everyone, again, they say I'm crazy, but mate, I go up there, like, I fucked my back completely the other weekend. Like, literally woke up on a Sunday morning on my own.
Yeah.
And like, fuck, I can't move.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I literally had to, like, roll over, crawl.
Yep.
Like, shit, am I going to have to, like, call the neighbour and actually, like, help me pack up today?
It's that kind of isolated. You got to call the neighbour in, because the airbo's not going to find your driveways, are they?
No. Like, I love it. I love the hard work. And then, like, I got up, had breakfast. Found out the neighbour cow had got in, broken the fence, so, like, got some wire, and, like, I'm out there busting my balls, and, like, I just love it. And I come home feeling energised, even though I've worked really hard. But
where do you think
to get back to your you can just scream at the top of your lungs and no one hears, like, mate, you can just literally sit on the toilet with the door open, no one's
I did that,
and just look out, and have a shower in the nude, and just
Well,
awesome.
That's how you should shower, by the way. Well, I know what you mean. But no, like, I actually did that when I was down by the toilet. I shut the door, and I thought, there's no one fucking here. So I just swung it open, and I'm just looking out at a kangaroo or some shit, you know, and he's looking back at me going, what the hell's going on here? But I loved it. It was such a special moment. And then just even having a hot shower at the end of the day, like, you've done some MacGyver moves to get a bit of a camp, there's a battery there, and then there's like a heating system, and it's there's something special about getting the gunk off you from the end of the day, but it's just like a camp shower, isn't it? So there is definitely something special about that spot you got up there, mate. So
it's country.
That,
like, whether it's there or not, I think the important part is, out of that part of the conversation, is people aren't just standing around to fucking tell you you're doing well.
No.
Like, you have to scream at the top of your lungs sometimes and tell yourself you're doing well, and tell yourself that you deserve what you're getting. Like, tell yourself you've achieved a lot. Like, because let's face it, no one's going to come and give you a hug on every day and tell you, hey, this is the way it is. Just keep doing what you're doing.
So do you in some ways feel a bit lonely that, you know, you're constantly shelling out all the praises to people, but no one's doing it to you?
Oh no, I got an incredible lot of group of people around me. My wife Camille is amazing. My kids are amazing. Like, I talk about a lot of this stuff in front of my kids. Like, my kids will tell me a lot.
Bloody Violet, she's beaten me in netball, I want to come back to that game because she's up by 1 point, so I can't go back to that. But they are. They're cool kids.
And then, mate, look, you hear the story all the time when you're growing up and when you're starting business and stuff. Like, you become the people you hang around. And I must admit, I have some. Well, mate, you're one of them. I can chew your ear off about things. I got Camille. I got a couple of really good business partners. And then just some of my colleagues. Like, I think that's probably one of the most powerful things that anybody can do is, like, have a really good think about who you're surrounding yourself with.
Oh, for sure.
Are they worth your time?
Well, I think everyone's heard the rule, you know, the average of the 5 people you hang around, and there is so much truth to that. And you know, you got to take stock. If there's one toxic person in there, it's, you know, you wish them well, but if they're not on your journey, they're kind of holding you back, aren't they? So in some ways,
I definitely pick and choose who I hang around now because my time is the most valuable asset I have. And if you ain't. If you're going to waste my time by whinging and bitching and about the world or about your life or what's fucking happened on the news that morning, I don't want to know about it.
No. Look, it's and it's becoming very apparent too when you hear that. I don't know. I feel like you're the same, but I shy away straight away, and because I'm pretty, you know, loud and obnoxious. But when
someone walking that mountain this morning, I look at me and myself, I was quieting your voice, Shea. The whole mountain can hear what we're talking about.
I wouldn't make a good librarian, mate. Put it that way.
Well, the reason I started thinking that to start with was because I think we touched on the shower at the farm, and at the top of your voice, you were telling the whole mountain how good a shower that we had was.
It's okay, guys. We work together. There's nothing, untoward's happening. But yeah, it was a good hot shower. Yeah. Mate. I think I've got one level, and when I try and not speak loudly, it comes out like a mouse, and it just doesn't. There's no in between. So you get what you get. Yeah. As I said, yeah. If I'm in the library, it just doesn't work. If I'm asking for a book, I've got this. Yeah. It's. I think it's from probably the acting training when I was younger, and just. When I'm speaking, but it's more I think when I get energized and I'm pumped about something, because I start swearing as well. So if I get cranked about something, I start swearing and I get fucking loud. Like sorry all the time in the saunas, say Shea, shut the fuck up, because the next door neighbour can hear you. And so but I'm also at this point where, and that's why I love the farm, because I can be as loud as I want. No one gave a shit. So there's something quite special about that. But
mate, it's awesome. But life is what you make it. And like another thing I really focus on now, because like growing up and the people I was around and stuff, like everything was a drama to the point where and like I think about it quite often. Like people will go on holidays and they're looking forward to this holiday so much, and then they go on the holidays and it rains for half the time. And they get all depressed and they hate life and like, why me? This fuck, every time we go away it rains. Yeah. Whereas now my mindset is fucking rain every day if you want. I'll make the most of what it is. Like, like, what, are you not going to go swim in the ocean because you might get wet? Like, every single day should be what, like, it is what you make of it. So if it's overcast, if it's rainy, if it's a beautiful sunny day, whatever it is.
Well, you're breathing, you're here, you're alive, you're on this planet. Like it's you can glass half full, glass half empty. It's the way you look at things. And
100%. Like if it is pissing down rain, righto, you might have to change your plans. You can't do what you wanted to do, but find something else.
I've always been intrigued by that, actually. Like when people start the day and their coffee's bad. It's like one point of badness to start the day, and they rack up through the day, and then you can get on a landslide of shit just happening that's going wrong. And as you get to the end of the day, it's like, I've had a fucking shit day, and to your partner or whatever. But it's like, mate, you're here, you're breathing. There's a lot of people doing a lot, and I don't think you should even look at other people. Be in your space and your environment, and just enjoy the fact that you're breathing. You're here. Here you go, mate. All good. Mate, I'll touch on one last thing before we're about at just under 50 degrees, so we're going to have a proper sauna after the end of this. But mate, I did want to talk to you about the other thing that I think we've got in common is you're always trying to the personal development. You're bettering yourself, and I've got this kind of theory that with builders, it's such a high stress job that you have to be on top of your game to want to be better. Otherwise, you will fall into that category that you're passionate about, like swinging the hammer, but you haven't worked out the business part of it, and therefore you lose the passion. And that, I think that's 10 doves die when I hear a builder that's so passionate about building, loves using their hands, fucking hate everyone. Like it's the same story. Everyone hates the office space, right? But in that, they keep running the same shit show, and they lose their passion for the carpentry side and the building side. Does that get you a bit down when you see that sort of stuff happening with the builder? Because there's a lot of builders out there that's happening to in there.
Oh, 100%. And all I keep thinking to myself is, how can I do what I do and explain it in a way that shows them that I used to be that person? Like I haven't got to where I am. Like it didn't just magically happen. So personal development is a massive part of it. But and look, I don't know, we've talked about this a lot, because everybody wants that magical answer. Like what made you change? What made you get to where you are? And look, it's a series of small things, but like you've heard me talk about, I think it's taking ownership. Like it's sitting on the end of your bed and asking yourself, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I in this position? And instead of, because I know what I used to do. I used to be like, why do I get the shit clients? Like, why are these assholes not paying me? Like, like, I'm not smart enough to know contracts. I'm not smart enough to run a business. Like, I don't deserve to run a business. Like, I'm just going to go back to being a carpenter. Like, all these thoughts. And this is what I was talking about before with the demons. But it's taking, and so when I say take ownership, all those scenarios, it's instead of why do I get shit clients, it's like, what can I do to attract better clients? Instead of why aren't these assholes paying me, it's like, what have I done for these people not to pay me?
Change the story.
Instead of like, I'm not smart enough to be a builder. I am smart enough to be a builder. I need to put in the time and the effort. Flicking your story on everything. But
I think there's a slipstream there as well. Like, again, it comes back to what you were saying before. Like when you take ownership instead of blaming, that again frees up more real estate to move forward.
Yeah.
So there's all these little default mechanisms. It's just easy to blame.
Yeah.
Like, our default mechanism is to blame.
No, our default is easy.
Yeah, sorry, it's easy. Yeah.
Everything. Everyone is looking for the easiest thing to do, and that doesn't matter whether you're trying to get fit.
Yeah,
it's easy to say, "Oh no, I'll sleep in today, tomorrow." If you want to earn a certain amount of money, it's easy to say, "Oh yeah, I don't deserve." Like, you talk yourself into the position you're in.
For sure.
Like,
it's,
But ownership, responsibility, commitment, consistency.
Look, imagine with ownership, if you just put your hand up straight away to everything and said, yeah, I fucked up. It was me, all me. Let's move on. You know what I mean? How much time would you save? And then I think it's easy then, the default mechanism is to look back and keep looking at that moment and go, oh, woe is me. Like, and that just it stunts your growth, doesn't it? So there's...
Well, mate, I fucking love Grant Cardone. Like, one of his other sayings that really stuck with me was, nothing happens to you, everything happens because of you.
Yep.
And so I started, like, I heard that saying 4 or 5 years ago, and I just started every single situation I got myself into, whether it was with Camille, with the kids, with a staff member, with a client, whatever it was.
Yep.
I just started repeating in my mind, like, nothing happens to you, everything happens because of you.
And then you took ownership for it.
Yeah, and I'd be like, why has this happened? What have I done? What have I missed? What could have I done differently? Like,
Yep.
And it's changed my life.
Yep. Well, on that too, I think I've only seen you once almost lose your shit. And that was like up at, I think it was up at Caleandra, Moffat, with the trucks, right? And I think anyone else, any other rational human being would have lost their shit a long time ago. How is it that you've got such a long fuse? Like, what's going through your brain? Because obviously you know that you lose as soon as you lose your shit. What stops you from losing your shit? Because the stuff that you have to put up with is astronomical, and it could literally just blow your fucking head off, some of these things that you have to deal with. Yeah. How do you not lose your shit in any situation?
It's funny because you used to, every time something would, when we were driving around together and you'd hear me having a phone conversation on the phone, like, I'd get off the phone and you'd go, fuck, like, I've lost my shit. Why have you not lost your shit? But, and look, there's definitely... Look, I've had situations where I've had a phone call where I've in that phone call, I've lost tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And I haven't lost my shit.
Yeah.
Like, what can you do after something's done?
Yeah.
Like really, you can't change the situation.
It's done.
So all you can do is reflect on it.
Yeah.
And so because there was anyone that's listening to this that used to work with me when I was on the tools and had heaps of cars.
Well, that's what I wanted to go to. Yeah.
Mate, I used to...
Because you used to lose your shit, didn't you?
Constantly.
Yeah.
Like, all day, every day. Like when we had lots of carpenters, like we got up to 40, 50 carpenters for a while through my 20s.
Yep.
And like I don't think there was ever a point actually where we're all on the one site, but like I would be on a site on the tools with 18, 20, 24 of my team.
Yeah.
Like probably the best example of that, like we started doing a lot of big industrial buildings and things, and I would literally be like, I would be flat out doing whatever I was doing, like just one of the team doing the work, and then I'd give people directions and I'd go to another part of the job and I'd make sure other people were doing shit, and I was always running and quick and moving and very efficient and very organised and always thinking 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
And I used to constantly lose my shit because I'd be like, why the fuck are you all not like thinking like me?
Yeah.
Why, how come I can do this and not fuck it? Like why do you fuck it up every day?
Yeah, right. So there was a shift in the mindset, and at some stage you just stopped doing that, or was it a progression? You'd lose your shit, and then eventually you get to a point where you realise that you lose if you lose your shit. Well, you stop reacting.
Look, I don't know I don't know when it. And look, then it changed. Like I went from being subcontract carpenter to becoming a builder, and reduced the size of the team a little bit. Like still for a long time had 20, 25 guys. But, and then same deal. Like I would drive from job to job, and I'd turn up to site and I'd be like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, why have you not got this frame finished? Like the trusses are coming. Like what's going on?
Yeah. And it can be habitual as well. It's just like what you do.
Well, I think it got to a point where literally people would just expect when I rocked up at the front and jumped out of the truck that shit was going to hit the fan.
Yeah, wow. So they knew it was coming. Yeah.
And
they braced themselves for the shitstorm coming.
And then, like, it didn't change anything.
No.
Like, it basically got to a point where I was like, what do I need to do? Like, this isn't working. Like, and like, so I was yelling and screaming at people, and then like I'd be telling them like, come on, if we get this done. Like I remember when we used to do big childcare centres, like we'd smash up 1,500, 2,000 square metre pre-nailed frames, and I'd like there was good money in them if we got them done quickly.
Yeah, okay. So there's a pressure and a time on it.
Yeah, and I'd say to the guys, look, if we get this frame up, plumbed, braced, ready for roof trusses by tomorrow afternoon, I'll give you all a $300 bonus.
Yeah, right.
Like, so there's big numbers. Like you got 20 guys on site, like that's $6,000.
Yeah, it's a few bucks. Good maths, mate.
And so, well, I hope it is. But, well, it would be 300 times 10. That's $3,000. So 20 would be $6,000.
Yeah. Good maths too. Yep.
But and so everyone would rush and do a really good job, and then then you start going down that track of like, oh well, well that's working, so I'll start throwing more bonus. Like it's just like it was always just putting out fires. Like, and I think the biggest change for me when it comes to that was I stopped trying to make everybody me.
Yeah, wow. Okay, that's interesting. So you were trying to make this soldiers like a Duayne.
Well, I was on
Mark
the tour
II.
I was doing it, so I was constantly, why can't you do it? If I can do it great and in this amount of time, why can't you?
Yeah. Where do you think you get your work ethic from?
Oh, definitely I think definitely my old man. Because my grandpa, I think I've definitely had a lot of influences with hard work.
Well, it's definitely something that I admire you for. But it's again, just the work that goes in. Like I think for anyone listening too, it just doesn't happen overnight, and there is no magic pill. You've put in the fucking hard yards.
I have put in the hard yards, but mate, again, that's been another massive. So I was brought up about hard work. Yeah, like work massive hours every day, work weekends if you have to.
But through working on yourself, you've started to work smart as well.
Yeah. So that's the change. So I still work very hard. I love hard work, but it's about working smarter, not harder.
Yeah, I think we all know someone that works as hard as 10 people, but they've got nothing to show for it. Yeah, so there is.
Oh, mate. Yeah. Like, I love all this shit. Could definitely talk all day underwater about it.
How you feeling, mate? Are you starting to sweat?
Yeah, no, I'm not too bad. I thought this hat was supposed to cool us down.
Yeah, it does what it does, mate. But, well, look, mate, I actually wanted to... So back to this theory. I've got this theory that builders have one of the hardest jobs in the world. The amount of plates that are spinning is huge, and the amount of pressure that you're under is huge. But from that, there are diamonds that are being made as we speak in the industry. Like, I'm seeing a lot of these guys down south that are like, I don't want to run a shit show. I want to be a successful builder. I want to change the industry. And I think you've been the catalyst for that, mate. So hats off to you for that, because it is something that I am noticing that it's like, if it was a mundane job, you get mundane results. You've got a fucking hard job, and you personally, but with all these other builders, and they're generally this 30 to 35-year-old bracket, they're like, I need to work on myself. I need to show up, and I need to show up for my team. I need to be the best builder I can be.
Yeah.
And you're kind of, what's the a rising tide floats all boats. I've heard a lot of builders say that saying, and it's so true. But I think in some ways you guys, and you're leading from the front, that there's you turning that big ship in the right direction for an industry that is going to be known not for its shonky jobs or for people ripping off. There's going to be people that are going to look up to builders, and so mate, you're on a fabulous mission.
Cheers, mate. Look, it's like one of my businesses, Live Life Build. Like that's I have no doubt in my mind in the coming years that will be the breakaway. I don't like the word association. That's I call it a community. So I don't that was holding me back for a long time. That I thought I had to try and fit in and around these other associations and industry bodies and things. Whereas now, like I said, I took that away from Grant's 10X rule. Just create your own. So that's why it says I'm on a mission to create a new building industry. So I want people to be looking for a Live Life Build builder. Yeah.
Well, what I'm even seeing from the industry bodies is you're challenging them to be better, and their ears are pricked, and they're starting to listen and watch.
Oh, everyone's listening, mate. Yeah, everyone's listening.
So, mate, look, there's nothing but excitement in your future, and I hope you come back for another Sauna Sesh, mate. But before we wrap it up, we're just about to end. It's been a pretty good day, isn't it, of what we've got up to. Mate, I've never seen you without your bloody shirt on. Tell me about this tattoo. What does this thing mean? What's going on here?
Oh, mate, that was a little bit of a... You wouldn't believe it, actually. I was actually looking yesterday. I want to go back. I want to get more tattoos. I love tattoos.
So there's always a story behind the tattoo, though. What's going on here? You've got...
Yeah, so I got this here was my Camaro. So my Camaro... 68 Camaro had a 598 big block in it. It was the second fastest aspirated street car in Australia for a long, long time. Yeah. I'm a rev head from way back. Love smoking tyres and burning rubber. Yep. Yeah. I got my Camaro racing against a rat fink. Yeah. Mate, I'm no different to any bloke. I love females. So I got a hot chick on my arm. Camille, the girls think it's Camille. Camille pulls them up on that. But
has she got a name, mate?
I don't know. Oh, mate, look, I got this in my 20s. Yeah. It's actually, I never actually got it finished because I don't know. I just thought I need to get better shit than that. But then, actually, mate, this, I don't know. We've never talked. Well, I think I have talked to you about this, but around the back here, it's got a heap of cash getting flown around. It's got this dude saying "pay up." Yeah. And the story behind that was my cranky days. Yeah, wow. Running a shit business, and
she literally slapped it on your arm to show everyone how angry you were.
I can't fight my way out of a wet paper bag. Yeah, but That's not what
I heard, mate. Back in the day, I heard you just picked people up and moved them out of pubs, and they
occasionally. But look, I'm not a fighter.
You're a lover. Yeah.
Camille talks all the time. When I met you, I used to just love holding your arms. You had massive arms. I was a big boy. Had a big chest. Had huge arms. Yeah. My mates that went to gym all the time, you say, how the fuck are you so big? And it was because I work. I just worked.
That's the part of being a builder, though.
And so I had big arms, big chest. Looked really well built. Yeah. And
you didn't know gym work at all.
I was angry. I never went to gym.
Yeah, okay.
I've never joined a gym ever.
Yeah, wow.
And I was angry. I used to always be angry, and I used to spend a lot of my time, especially as my carpentry business grew. Again, I ran a great crew. I was very efficient. The quality of the work. Yep. But mate, never had contracts. Never. Yeah. Had paperwork, and I was constantly chasing my money.
Right,
and so I got pay up on my arm. And
wow.
And people used to tell stories don't fuck with Pearcey because he'll make you pay up.
There you go. So it's a badge of where you were at that time in your life. Yeah. And now you don't have to ever pull that gun out to show people, do you?
Well, there's no guns anymore, mate. Now all I do is get Camille every time she looks at my saggy arms. What's going on?
Well, mate, we're going to change that, eh? We'll before a podcast session, we'll do 20 push-ups and sit-ups, and we'll get you primed for it, and we'll start on the other arm, mate.
But that's look, it's funny, Shea, because everyone has this perception, and like even business partners and stuff I have now, like everyone has this perception of who you are or what you should do.
Yeah, but
mate, look, I'm just a bloke.
But hang on, is that perception something that you've conjured up in your own head? To me, 9 times,
not right now. People have this perception that I've just always run a great business and I've always done very well and I've always been successful and that's all right for you. But mate, as the stories we've told today, it's everybody. One thing that I really enjoy now and that I'm really proud of is I take a lot of time to reflect. Yeah, okay. And even just having this conversation with you here today, mate, that story about the pay up tattoo, that was a joke amongst mates. I used to sit around and so mate, my life involved working my ass off.
And getting people to pay up.
Getting people to pay up, but just working my ass off, going out with the boys. Chasing girls. Fast cars. Fishing. I used to fish all the time. And
to some, that's not a bad life.
Mate, don't get me wrong. It was fantastic. I do not...
But you're always searching for more. And
I was always searching for more. And that was another one of my flaws. It's when I realised that if I always want more, how do I know that when I get there I'm going to be happy? For me, a massive turning point in my life was I need to just reflect and be grateful for right where I am today.
And enjoy the journey.
And mate, even if it's a terrible day, it's raining, I'm trying to convince myself that it's fine, there's always something else to do. The fact that my eyes opened in the morning and I took a breath, that is worth every cent.
Well, I think you said to me the other day, you listen to someone, they said when they wake up with a smile. That's the first thing that they...
Yeah, Brad Lee, mate. I'm a big fan of Brad Lee.
But I think there's something cool about that. And it'll become a habit. You wake up, you're breathing, you're on this earth. Everything else is just a gift.
100%. 100%. Every day that you wake up alive, you have a decision to make. What are you going to do with the day?
If it was just monotone and flatline, it'd get fucking boring, life, very quickly. So the fact that we have these challenges and we want to make ourselves better, you don't have to make yourself better, but that's where frustration creeps in, and so I think, mate, look, as I said, I'm quite appreciative that we're on this journey together, and having the chats on the mountain about bloody showers and stuff is great. And
it's only, like we said this morning, mate, let's get this party started. So it's only just beginning.
Well, gang, watch this space. You're going to see some new building techniques and just better ways of running businesses and better builders. And then get behind Live Life Build as well, because they are creating a team. We just spent a week down in Melbourne, and the builders, the stories they told, and just the people that they are, it just made you want to become better. And it was infectious to be around. So you created that, mate. So hats off to you for that.
And Amelia, my business.
And Amelia too. It's what you guys have actually created is quite outstanding, and it's something that I don't think anyone else has seen. So the builders that are getting behind that, you're creating an army, mate, which is great to see. But mate, I think I don't know, almost ready for a real sauna, eh?
Mate,
we better get these microphones out of the sauna before they start melting. But mate, I appreciate you coming on Sauna Sessions with Shea, and stay tuned for another episode soon. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.